Welcome to a new series on this messy YouTube channel. Up to now, this is where all things change now here on this channel. Because I want to do this more professional, and August is a B2B dead hole, so I thought that August is amazing to put some more work in my YouTube channel and create a whole series for you. Like, this is just the first episode. This is why you should definitely follow this channel and activate the notification bell. And from the YouTubers I follow, I also heard that it's good to click the like button, because then also other future founders can find this video more easily. So the series will be True Business. I will talk about everything, like really everything, all insights, all my experiences, ups, downs, fails, whatever. And you can learn from that. And then the most important, you don't have to pay any kind of like crazy business coach in the beginning when you just start your business. Because I think that founder equity and founder money, especially in the beginning, belongs to founders and not to any crazy people. There are so many crazy people coming when you start a business, trust me. Yeah, so I will give you everything for free, and then you can see what you can do with that and how your journey looks like in the end. Because we're all, it's all a nice journey over a lifetime, maybe in some cases. And I made a script for this video because I learned in this YouTube course that I was taking to make these videos a bit better, that I should be prepared. And I think I will do scripted videos with a lot of insights every Tuesday, and then you might have the opinion part on Sunday. Or you just binge watch everything. You would just wait 10 weeks now, and then you have like so many videos to watch. Yeah, but just to let you know, you will see all the different kind of videos here, and let me know what you like more or less in the comments, and then we will go through it over time. We will work that out together. So the first thing, and this is all about getting started, as you might have seen in the title, is that I wanted to give you some helpful tools and like ideas how you can start a business, or how you can, maybe even before, find out if you want to start a business. Maybe that's the first point. So I have thousands of ideas every day, like thousands, and I'm talking with my friends about that, and I'm talking to like other people, business partners and so on about that. You might have some people where they click and they are more likely to talk about ideas and like visions, and others not, and yeah, then you just talk about that. And the best advice I got, because there's so much going on in my brain every day, is that I just write it down, and then I just structure it somehow, and then I see, is it an idea I really want to follow up with, or is it something where I say, yeah, was a nice idea, but maybe not for me. Or I also give ideas to other people. Like if I have an idea and I think, wow, this function or this kind of business or whatever might be interesting, but not for me, then if I have somebody in my network who might be like searching for something like that, or where it would fit their business model, I just give it away and just say, here, you feel free, just do it. Sometimes they do, sometimes don't, but yeah, you can't follow up with every idea. But first of all, write it down. Make something like a notebook, have a journal or whatever, and just write it down. Maybe make a drawing like how it might look like, and then you will feel if you want to follow up or not. The next very, very important point is that you validate your idea. I should definitely wear my glasses when taking videos, because then reading would be easier. No, the validation process is something that might happen naturally. So if you have an idea and you write it down, and the next day and the next week you feel, yeah, I should definitely follow up with that. That can be a little project for your remaining business. That can be starting a new business. So hopefully everybody has started a business, any kind of business, after watching this video. Like, this is my goal here. But yeah, if you feel that you should follow up with that idea, then the next thing is that you talk to people about this idea, but like in a way that you want to keep it. Like, you would not give away all the details, but you would like, yeah, do you think this or that is interesting? Would you buy it? Da-da-da, like that, like very easygoing. And then people would say, yeah, that's interesting, or no. And even if they say no, if you feel that you want to follow up with that idea, follow up with that idea. You have just maybe 5 people who don't want to buy it. Okay, we have maybe thousands who will. You've just not found them. So follow up, go on. And then you have like this validation processes over time. And what I really, really like at some point is when I have, like, when this little idea is growing and I know how it specifically looks like what the different parts are, what the to-do list is to make this happen, how much budget I need to make it happen, the people I need to make it happen, and so on. Then I put that together in some kind of like presentation. Not necessarily a pitch deck. I'm not the graphic person. I know that at some point always I need a pitch deck, but I make it more a to-do list first, some kind of like to-do list / roadmap, and then including the budget. So it's a more getting an Excel spreadsheet, like focusing on the numbers, but the numbers and like the parts why I need the numbers also follow the roadmap, and then I have like everything together at some point. I know how much it costs. I know what like the different steps are and how expensive the different steps are. And that's my personal point where I would start like preparing a pitch deck, as I said, because I think that, you know, I would prefer also VCs to just ask for sending over an Excel spreadsheet, but yeah, the world is getting more visual. So at some point you might also need a pitch deck, because you have to explain what's happening in your head and what you've been growing in your head to other people, so that they can understand, hopefully, and they can join you or help you or finance your business. So that's definitely then the next step. But start with a super easygoing to-do list and with some kind of like vision and roadmap for that idea. My experience works better for me. You can also do an Excel spreadsheet. If you need a template for an Excel spreadsheet, just let me know. And then after you've validated this thing, it's super important that you decide, or that you like take a step back and that you have a look at like, okay, what is the situation around this? So you have this presentation for your idea, and you also maybe had some good or bad discussions about that. Some people might help you, some people where you know that you can go to them, they will help you with this or that. Some people said, no, I don't want to buy it. And you're getting like a bigger picture of it. And I think the most important is that you're super realistic at some points of validation, that you say, yes, now it's the right time. I have all the energy I need to make this happen. And I somehow can put some budget in, or I can work so hard that I don't need so much budget. Like there's this deal that's very, very often the reality in the startup world. Like I think I know more startups where somebody put a lot of personal energy in and at some point then got some money. And there are not so many founders who just say, hey, idea, hello, idea stage startup. And then any kind of VC or angel investor or so comes and say, yeah, great, I write you a check. There are stories like that, but I think that's not the normal standard for starting a business. So you have to like take this step back and think like, okay, is the situation right for me? And especially if you have a family, like I'm talking here as a single female founder in the B2B area, and I can do whatever I like. Like I don't harm anybody. I don't have any impact on other people's life. Like, you know, it's like I'm just me. If you have a family, you definitely should consider like if it also works for them. Everything else is just unfair, and we have to be realistic here. It's super hard to start a business, and it's super different to a 9-to-5. And it's, yeah, I will also talk about the skills and everything in later episodes, but definitely have a look at your personal situation, at your energy level, at your family, and how they are happy, what they need. And also if you have the money, if you can get the money easily for your business, for your idea, to make it happen. So the whole situation, the whole ecosystem you are living in, if we talk about tech terms here. And then if you've, like, let's say a good overview of what's going on in your life at the moment and how this idea, how this maybe startup business fits in, you can make a very important decision. And this is bootstrapping or not. And this is the part where we lose a lot of founders. Because many people are so afraid of bootstrapping a business, which I think is reasonable in some cases, but also super sad, because we are losing so much innovation and all this like positive energy and all these visions and everything. And there might be so many amazing, life-changing things that have not been on the market yet because the person who had the idea could not manage it, like with the energy level, with the money, with the family, with everything. So there are so many founders who are afraid of bootstrapping. I'm a total fan of bootstrapping because I think that bootstrapping gives you much more ownership of your business and also a much better negotiation situation when you talk to business partners or when you talk to venture capitalists or any kind of other investors, because you know your business much better and you're much deeper into your business. than when you get money from day one. But I can totally understand if you say, no, this is like the worst case scenario. I don't want to do that like this. I don't want to start a business without money, or I don't want to start a business just with my savings and then just don't know when I get some additional money, just relying on clients. Especially in these times, I can totally understand if you don't want to do it. But you have to make that decision at some point. And it's not an infinite decision. It's just that you decided maybe for the next 6 months or the next year. Or what I'm a big fan of is that I have some parallel strategies. So I'm definitely bootstrapping. I've never been the founder who's like relying on any kind of like venture capital or so. I'm talking to investors, but I'm following the bootstrapping roadmap at the same time. And then I have like this 3 different scenarios I'm following up with. And maybe this is far too much for this video. I will make another video just about bootstrapping and financials and everything. But you definitely have to organize a bootstrapping process if you want to follow that path. If you say, for example, you have a 9-to-5 and you stay in this 9-to-5 until you get some funding for your startup, this can also be fine, especially in these days, as investors might better understand this situation. Like many things changed in that area during the COVID times, because working from home is more popular and people understand it finally. And also like every kind of like different founder life situations and diversity between founders is getting more and more popular, and VCs have a look at that. So it might happen that you can start your business as a part-time, doing some bootstrapping, then get some money in, cancel your job, and then like just start full-time with your business. Maybe possible. I think at the moment everything is possible, to be honest. But yeah, make this clear decision for you and for your business if you're willing to follow the bootstrapping way, the bootstrapping path, or if you say no, then I don't do it. And don't wait too long with that decision, because like that will put some pressure on you and that will make you feel very uncomfortable at some point. So make that decision early. And then the next thing that's super important, because many people who say, oh, I have this great idea, and then they follow up with their idea, and then they get all this feedback and they start it somehow, but then at some point they say, no, I can't do it anymore, or it doesn't work, or whatever. They just forget about it, or they just leave it behind. They're just no, I need a break now, and then my new life, my new 9-to-5, my new whatever will look different. And I think this is so wrong. Like, value your own ideas, and especially your startup ideas. Like this was a future business that was growing in your head, and you just throw it away because it didn't work the first time. Like, really? I will give you some experiences I made with my ideas and what happened with them in another video, but I can just tell you, whenever you have an idea, and especially if it's not just a little note in your notebook, when it's really something you worked on, like really becoming a project, then keep all the documents, keep this roadmap, keep the Excel spreadsheet, keep the presentation, keep everything. You don't have to update it anymore when you're not talking to investors anymore, and you don't have to like start a recruiting process for it if you don't want to do it at some point. But keep it, like keep all this documentation, because you will forget about it. You will forget about the details over time, especially when you focus on something else, maybe on another idea, maybe on a new job. But it will come back to you in life, trust me. Either in business life or in private life, it will come back to you. And you will first of all be so happy that you have all this expertise and experience from building up this idea, even if it's just in your head. And you will also be so happy that at some point you can just open any kind of like drawer and say, yeah, I had this idea and this is still the presentation, and it makes me so happy that I was working on that, and maybe I can use bits and parts of it for a new project or for my new job or for whatever is coming. You know, the world is moving so fast, and also especially technology is moving so fast, that there might be something or some kind of business that might not make sense nowadays, but like in 10 years it's like the best you can get, and the best preparation you can have having worked on this. So definitely don't throw your ideas away. Keep them, value them, celebrate them, that you have ideas and that you have like any kind of like motivation thinking about starting a business, and keep everything. Keep the documentation. Don't forget about it. Like follow up with your ideas like they are really, really, really good friends.